Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech. Mornings are really hard. I can't wrap this up in a really happy whatever. Reddit is changing, and that is a big freaking deal. Now, like, I know how y'all are like, Reddit. I get all my debonair wine glass, and I'm going to go over here to Twitter and all the cool girl apps. No, Reddit is important because while it might not be the coolest thing, and while you might not like it, it was a place where people like me could go to just unwind, to get our stuff, and talk a little bit. Not even talk as much as we would in the village coffee shop. People are getting banned on Reddit for being part of other groups, as in, if you're part of this subreddit, we're automatically banning you. There people are just been like automatically banned from important subreddits, important ones, just for being associated with other ones, just for being associated with YouTubers who aren't, who legitimately aren't as bad as, who just aren't bad. It's okay. You can't even be a centralist these days. You can't even have a hard centralist take. And it's both sides. It's left and right. It's r/pictures. It was the Elon Musk subreddit. We're in the middle of a multi-crisis situation here in Canada, and you are not allowed to post any opinions on the weekend when labor has a chance to post opinions. Like when you work labor, when you work in the factory, you are worked into the damn ground and you don't have time for anything. If you got your thoughts together, you got to post on the weekend. But no, the bourgeoisie have decided. I got to get some wine glasses for this. The bourgeoisie has decided that that's just not going to happen. So I'm a bit different, right? And I'm cool with that. And people have a hard time with that in real life sometimes. But I'm not a bad guy. But that's the thing. I live in the village. And you city people will know that immediately that means that you're going to run up against a lot of people with small minds. And yes, it does happen. They don't frontally say it to you, but then in the behind, they'll say it to you. Guys, I'm not one of the villagers. I'm one of you. But I'm not one of you social justice warriors because you won't have me, because I'm just a little bit too freakish for you. I don't go to enough raves, enough after hour parties. I don't do enough cocaine. I don't cheat on my spouse. I don't. Okay, guys, look, I'm wearing a dinosaur outfit, right? Right? I ain't normal, right? But the progressives, they don't want me. I'm like frickin' Cher, right? I'm half and half. Progressives, if you're watching, now here's an issue. Progressives keep telling me, Nevin, everything's really horrible for women, and it's always horrible for women compared to men. I'm not denying that, but here's the thing. You're putting added taxes on me that you yourself don't understand, that add extra cycles. Now, my daughter is deaf. One day she lost her cochlear implant, and I had to walk up and down the street trying to find the damn thing because those things are worth thousands. I can't replace that. Kids get dropped off. Grade 8 people get dropped off, and as they're passing by, what, they're human beings. I want to say hi to them, right? I don't want to, and like so. One passes by and I say hi and they give me a weird look and I'm like, what the hell do I do? What the hell do what I shouldn't even fuck. And then the progressive women are like, all women need to worry that all men could rape them. Okay. Suddenly when I'm walking around in the villages, I notice men, instead of like, if a young girl's coming, they'll be like feet away. Okay, I'm doing that. I'm getting on the other side of the road if that's what you're teaching girls. So now girls, I have to teach my little boy that all little girls think he is going to rape and kill them. Do you see what's going on here? Do you progressives, do you see what's going on here? I was supposed to have my Reddit, and that would be cool. But no, now the progressives have gotten so into Reddit and they've changed the whole thing. It's as if, so back in the day, if you wanted to discuss politics, You went to, in these villages, every kid knew it. Your parents went to the coffee shop. You might go to a different coffee shop, might go to a different place, and they'd have their conversations. We used to joke with them all the time. The establishment never kicked them out for what they were saying. They only kicked them out if they were getting unruly. They could have their opinions. Nobody cared that they had their opinions as long as they bought the coffee, right? Reddit's doing great. Reddit's doing wonderful. The moderators are there being paid in power. And you cannot trust a progressive with power because, well, we're finding out right now. We're finding out right now. Now, this is where the true losers get all indignant. There's a lot of true losers out there that the rich women would say are winners, and they would rather bed these men. But these men, in my opinion, are absolute cowards. They wouldn't stand for what they'd say. They wouldn't go out to a protest. They'd probably fight for a whammons if they thought they got them sexy time. But legitimately, these men and the women they try to bed, how many protests have you been to with a mask on, baby? I'm old school progressive. Come at me with all your shit. Anyways, these guys are like, oh, well, what are you going to do about this stuff? What are you going to do about this? There's nothing you can do. And that makes you pathetic. That you say there's nothing you can do. That makes you pathetic. I don't care if it's a torrent of bullshit, of information, of incorrect bullshit. The progressives have incorrect bullshit, and it's directly hurting free society, and it's hurting children. And I can point that out. We can find a conservative to say, yeah, that conservative did a dumb thing, and we will never find a progressive to call out John Money on the murder of, I think it was 2 children. He killed 2 children. John Money. He killed 2 children, and he did it in the name of science. And with the information he learned, is still being taught by these lefties. And when I try to reach out to them and get them to be reality, I'm farther left than I am right. I am far farther left. But these new progressives, and this needs to be said, because it's on my Reddit. Guys, I'm in this little place. This is my universe. This is my thing. They're here in my universe. My universe, I've been here for quite a while. I watched them walk into my universe. I watched them get all into everything. And now I watch them kick me out and ban me from my own universe. Now, these women that are getting in here, I'm kind of dating them because they really like guys like me. These are the women that go for me. But when I hear them talk about feminism and all of this stuff, what I'm really hearing about them saying is they want to destroy the situation because they want to rebuild it in a way that they can manipulate. And then they don't like to talk about how some of them have issues. And if you're a feminist, okay, so legitimately, okay, here's one issue. A woman will be like, oh, I'm a feminist and men are all horrible and all this, that. And then they'll go in and tell me how they flat out manipulate men for money and how they go to, okay, girls, if you get raped in an after hours club, I feel for you. But that's what happens in after hours clubs. That's why they're illegal. You stay the hell away from them. If you're a woman that thinks that if you go to an after hours club, it's a fine place and everything is going to be proper and established and you have a safe place there. No, you have no safe place there. Now, a lot of you don't want to talk about this, but I, as a realist, guys, after hours, if you're going, ladies, if you're going to after hours clubs, if you go to after hours clubs, okay, no, legitimately, ladies, if you're going to after hours clubs and you're complaining about the evils of male society, you should know that you're going to places that operate outside of the law. We're not talking about normal society anymore. We're talking outside of the law. Now, if you're going to these parties, I'm not talking swinger parties, but there's this huge deal with women cheating on their spouses with people that they know from work. And it happens it always starts when you get to the drinking and then the cocaine. There's so much cocaine in the cool girl world. I just want to go back to a life where I didn't know about the cocaine and cheating, because these cool people, they have destroyed my ability to have a family because they've legitimately given this horrible idea that narcissism and men bad. It's legitimately usurped my family. It's legitimately hurt my family. Before before they had so much power, before TikTok, before COVID, things were different. Things were different. And the way that the social justice warriors were manipulated within TikTok and all of these things. I lost friends for simply having the opinion that Hillary Clinton didn't do much. I didn't support Trump. I mean, legitimately, look back. What did Hillary Clinton do? And going one step further, what's Kamala Harris's position on anything? I don't want to be making these videos. I'm not monetizing these videos. I'm not making money off of these videos. Like, if it's just me talking here, I'm talking because I want to share my real life experience with my real life. I come from the internet. Like right now, a lot of people laugh about that. In another generation, we're all going to come from the internet. And I'm surprised this upsets people when I say it sometimes, that we come from the internet. Within this new place on the internet, we have lost freedom, and it's the freedom fighters who have taken it. Guys, we need balance. Remember, you're Buddha. All about balance. You can't be too much about one thing, too much about the other. You have to be right in the middle. And when you hit the middle, you hit nirvana. We need to bring nirvana to the internet. And if we don't have nirvana, let's go back to what it was before. What it was before was fine. There were less school shootings. There were less everything back in the day. Guys, calm the hell down. I think you got on media. I think a lot of you got on media. You're addicted to it. And you're there all the damn time. Guys, you got to disconnect. I mean, I wish I could disconnect, but no matter where I look, there's nothing but failure, lack of hope, and dystopia. I constantly wonder why I had children. I can't afford housing, though I'm in guys. I'm in Canada. These guys in Canada want me to be productive, but they're holding all of the control so much that I can't get I can't get a land. I can't get a lick of land. How the hell do you expect me to be productive if I can't get a lick of land? Legitimately. How am I going to be productive? So then these progressives who really don't know a damn thing, who probably never had to actually bury one of their own pets, or I don't think Justin Trudeau has ever had to actually work for anything. I think he's had to have a job because he's had to have a job, but I don't think he's legitimately had to work for anything. So when he says the budgets will balance themselves, he has no idea what he's talking about. We need to start electing people who actually who have to worry every month about where all the money's going. You know what? I wouldn't even mind having a criminal enterprise running things as long as they paid better attention to the poor. Geez, did I just say that? Wow, I did, didn't I? Things are getting messed up, guys. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, call your mom or hug your kids. Send some love to somebody, guys. We got to stop with the censorship.